I think I like Busan better than Seoul. I said it. Hello. It has a very, very different vibe from, feels like a neighborhood in South America rather than in Korea. They cook it upstairs.
Upstairs, so you must pay upstairs or the cooking price.
The fish is still moving, so she puts it on here and then you wrap it in this leaf. Ever since I've gotten here, I've seen some really, really expensive cars and these beautiful luxury apartments in the background. As you can see, there's a Rolls Royce, you know. What is going on? Good morning, my beautiful people. I am here in Seoul, South Korea, and I have just arrived to the Seoul station. This is basically the station where you can catch all the high-speed trains that go to different cities, so intra-city trains throughout Korea. Because today I'm actually leaving Seoul, and if you guys haven't been watching my videos, I have other videos that I'll leave the playlist for as well. You guys can check those videos out and then come back to this one, or watch this one first anyway. But here we are at the Seoul station. Today I am actually going to be taking a train to Busan, which is the city in the south, one of the southernmost cities of Korea actually, and it's kind of like a port city, a beach city from what I hear. I've never been, so it should be exciting. This is actually a really nice train station, so I decided let me start the vlog here and show you guys the process. So I actually bought my ticket online. I bought my ticket online. I paid about $30 to $35, and pretty reasonable, you know. Now there is a high-speed train, like a super high-speed train, and then there is a like the train that I'm taking, which is it's fast. I mean, it gets there in about four hours, but there's one that gets there in 2.5 hours. That one I wasn't able to book because I think I was booking last minute, so I wasn't able to catch that one. It's a little bit more expensive as well, but anywho, I'm not in any rush, you know. We're enjoying our travels here in Korea, so I decided to book this one, $30. And here we are, guys. I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna figure out where my train is. There's a lot of trains leaving from here, so I have to figure it out. But welcome to Seoul Station. Taking a train to Busan, which is actually a famous movie, I think. I was looking it up. I was looking up Train to Busan and a movie came up, so if I'm not mistaken. I don't watch Korean drama or movie, but I heard it's a famous movie. Wow, this is one of the nicest train stations I've ever been to for sure. It's huge. Feels like an airport actually. And there's a lot of people moving around today. I think this is one of the best ways to get around the country if you don't mind sitting on a train. I mean, you could take a flight as well, but why not? Why not take the train? This is the schedule. Pretty cool, man. Nice and big, easy to seat. That's my train right there, the 11:45-1013 train. Now, the platform number is not listed yet. The platform actually comes up, they say 15 minutes before departure. So you have to sit here and wait. And then right before it'll tell you where the platform is, and then you go inside and get into your train. The platforms are right here anyway, so it doesn't take too long. But as usual, like most things here in Korea, it's very efficient, easy to use, and they have an information desk as well, so if you have any questions you can ask. It's very very nice station, man. They got a Lotteria mall. Of course, here in the station they have a mall. They got some Burger King and McDonald's, of course. Slop food. I'm not gonna eat that crap. Since it is early morning, I do need a coffee. And there's this place called Blue Bottle Coffee. Apparently they have really good coffee. Hello. Can I have one iced latte? Yes. Small is okay. Yeah. How much is the small?
Small is 6,900.
Okay, thank you. Kyoto style espresso. I pay with card.
Okay.
So the good thing here in Korea is most things you can pay with card. So you rarely ever need cash. Thank you.
Number 79.
Thank you. Number 79. Like, the only things I've needed cash for really, it has been like if you go to like some street food places, some of them might not accept cash, and really for public transport. So like I took the metro here, I bought a T-Money card, which you have to get. If you're coming to Korea, make sure you get this. And you can buy it at like 7-Eleven or any of the convenience stores. Fill it up with some money, and then you can... Thank you. Thank you so much. Number 79. Thank you. Alright, got my blue bottle coffee. Yeah, but make sure you get the T-Money card. It'll save your life. And you can use it for buses, trains, even taxis. Pretty much any kind of transport here in Korea. I've definitely seen this blue bottle place in other places, but this is my first time trying it. So. That's good. I actually haven't tried a bad coffee in Korea. Normally, so I paid 6,900 won for this, which is like $5. Normally, it would be less if you are out in the streets, but obviously here in the station, you know, normally like airports, they always charge a little bit more in these places because you're stuck. You got nowhere else to go. So, all right, they have announced right on time, literally not a minute late. They announced the gate or the platform, number 5. So we have to walk into the platform now. So this is the platform area. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Korea. I'm lucky because right before I came it was raining. It was even a typhoon, but once I got here, the weather has been really, really nice. I would not recommend coming here in the winter because I hear it's very, very cold. But if you're a fan of cold weather, then maybe you would like it. But me personally, I cannot stand the cold. Alrighty, here we go. The train to Busan. I am literally in car number 1. What's very interesting is nobody's checked the ticket yet. We haven't had to scan or anything. Oh, very nice train. This is me. Seat 8A. I have the window seat. Very nice seats. Now this isn't the super new train, there's a newer one. So this is the ITX line. There's a KTX line as well. Got a nice window shade in case it gets too sunny. Place to hang your jacket if you have. A little book holder, footrest, outlet, but old school outlet, you know? You need to have a adapter or something to plug in. I'm not sure if this train has Wi-Fi because I heard, you know, the buses in Seoul have Wi-Fi, which I was really surprised. The train has Wi-Fi, and yeah, very interesting. Like, I never expected. Oh, actually, it does have Wi-Fi. This train has Wi-Fi too. Amazing. You're always connected in Korea, no matter where you are. Even if you're underground in the metro, you have full 5G. It's the first country I've been to where that exists. Because usually, you know, when you're underground, you don't have Wi-Fi. But anywho, this is a very comfortable train. Does the seats recline? Do the seats recline as well? Oh, very nice. But yeah, one thing I'm confused about is they've given us a QR code on the ticket, but nowhere have I had to scan it. There has been no conductor who asked me for my ticket. I don't even see anybody on this train checking tickets. So I guess it's like a trust system. Just operate off of trust, you know. I mean, Korea, I mean Seoul especially, is one of the safest cities in the world, and people are very respectful here of the rules and everything. So I guess you just follow the rules. They don't even check. We'll see if anybody checks. I'll let you guys know, but so far nobody's checked my ticket. what the bathroom looks like. Yeah, they got a nice sink, mirror. It's actually not a bad bathroom for a train. I mean, I've taken trains where the bathroom, I wouldn't even use it, but it's at least usable, you know? You lock it. Oh, there we go. Alrighty guys, 4 hours later and we have arrived to Busan. Actually the train ride wasn't too bad at all, to be honest with you. It was so comfortable and such beautiful views along the way as well, like the mountains and these like rural farming towns of Korea, which you never see scenery like that when you're in the cities of Korea. So it's really nice to take a train here as well. Also, nobody ever came to check the ticket, which I was just like so shocked by. And I'm super hungry because normally I'm traveling through developing countries where, you know, you have people hopping in and out of the train at every station selling goods and snacks and drinks. But here I forgot, you know, obviously like in developed countries, I don't think that job exists of people just like hopping through the trains and selling food. So I forgot to buy stuff before I got on, so I'm pretty hungry. But anywho, we are here at the Busan station. Also a very nice station. Not as modern and big as the Seoul station, but still very beautiful. But I have to head over to my hotel and check in, drop my bags, and then maybe we can explore the city a little bit. It is around 5 p.m. now, so it's getting a bit late. But I'm here for a few days, so we'll be exploring Busan. Welcome. They don't have an escalator going up. You have to walk up the stairs. I think the escalator's coming down. Interesting. Normally it's the other way around. Little view from the station. You can see some beautiful buildings, some mountains in the background. There's a little sky deck that you could walk on around the city here, close to the station. And of course, this is the port city. This city, actually, the port has been open since 1876 to international trade. This is the main maritime city of Korea, so when boats come in and out, when international trade is being done, it must pass through Busan. So it's a big city. It's the second biggest city of Korea, actually, but the population is closer to around 5 million, so it's a lot less than Seoul, about half of what Seoul has population wise, but it's a very important city of Korea. So the weather is beautiful, guys. It's sunny, it's a little bit of humidity. You can feel you're by the water, which I'm excited to go to. There's a beach here, so we're gonna go explore that. But first things first, I gotta take a metro. They have a very good metro system here as well, so we're gonna go on that. Where's the metro station? Downstairs? Okay, thank you. I guess I have to go out of the station, and then the station is also really busy. I wasn't expecting it to be this busy. Upon first exiting the metro station, you get a beautiful view of the city here. And it's also a very hilly city. I thought Seoul was hilly, but I guess all of Korea is very hilly because it's a country literally built on the mountains, you know? For strategic reasons. Back in the day, it was to protect themselves from, you know, the Japanese and the invaders when it was the Joseon dynasty, you know? A lot of these cities were built on mountains for protection, and at one time Busan, during wartime, Busan became the capital city for a while. I think, I don't know, I forgot how many years it was, but it was for a long time because obviously Seoul is very close during the Korean War, because Seoul is very close to North Korea, and you know, to protect themselves, a lot of the government buildings and all of those things were moved down to Busan for a long time. But it's no longer the capital, but still a very booming city, as you can see. Wow, that sun is strong. So metro stations here become malls also. You can see people sell shoes, clothing. It's one very interesting about the metro stations here, they're like shopping malls also. But the good thing is this T-Money card that I bought in Seoul works here as well. 1,600 won. That's like 100 more than I did pay in Seoul. So maybe it's a little bit more expensive here. Maybe just this station, I don't know. But anywho, these metro stations are also very nice, very clean and orderly like everything else in Korea. But the only thing that I'm confused is I don't see a lot of like trash cans because I have to throw away some garbage. But I've noticed this about Korea also. Like it's tough to find trash cans. Like you end up carrying your garbage for a while until you can throw it out. But anywho, the train is here. Also very nice.
Pokemon.
Very colorful. Everything is very colorful here. You can definitely feel this city is more humid for sure. But it's normal because we're by the water. Oh. But the AC feels so nice in here. Finally! Out of the trains. Oh, all day. Spent all day in trains. And now the sun is gonna start going down here. But here we are, guys. Welcome to Busan. So I'm staying in this area. I have to walk to my hotel. Wow, so far very beautiful, man. Very clean. Similar look to Seoul. First impression, similar look to Seoul, but I would say that the vibe is definitely different. You know, you can just feel the vibe. It definitely feels more chill here. A lot less people, as I mentioned before. The population is not as big, and the sun is blazing. Has that, like, you know, beach town kind of vibe, but obviously it's a big city. You can see, like, look at like everything else in Korea. It's been totally modernized. Really beautiful though. Nice little fountain here. The breeze is really nice, man. Really, really nice. I can only imagine though, in the winter this place probably gets super cold. It just feels so quiet because I'm just coming from Seoul. Literally, I was just there, and coming here, it just feels super quiet. Feels like I'm in a different country, you know. I kind of like this though. I'm actually not a big fan of I'm not a big fan of big cities, to be honest with you. Growing up in New York, I kind of over the big city vibe, to be honest. I do prefer something a bit more chill. So I don't know, so far I'm liking the vibe here. These croquettes look so good. They have a crispy potato one, creamy crab. Obviously we're by the water, so the seafood stuff is good, but these croquettes look so good. And I don't have to worry about the meat. Obviously being a Muslim here and trying to eat so much pork, so you have to be careful. I tried it. Hello. 안녕하세요. Potato croquette? Yeah. One? One. Yeah. Card? Yeah, okay. And the good thing, again, you can always pay with card here in Korea. Yeah, this place smells so good. I don't even know what it's called. It's all written in Korean. Okay, thank you. But I told you guys I'm so hungry. I didn't eat anything. I thought I might be able to get something on the train, but boy was I wrong. Let's try out this crispy potato croquette. Mmm. Whoa. Mmm. There's a small little street. That's very good. Very, very good. Selling some dumplings here. Croquette, really good. That's an interesting name. Noodle with ho. But I think ho is fish. It's like a famous fish that they sell here. It's not what you think it is. I love these little tight alleyway streets, and my hotel happens to be on this little street here. And it's almost evening time, but a lot of these like restaurants and shops look closed. I guess maybe this city is kind of a sleepy city on Sundays, because a lot of places look like they're just not open today. Obviously the CU convenience store is open, but if you look at a lot of these restaurants, nobody's eating the fish. There is a fish in here swimming, but nobody's eating it. Interesting. Maybe you guys could let me know, is Busan like kind of closed on Sundays? Is a lot of stuff closed on Sundays? That's what it feels like. All right, finally I have arrived to my hotel, which is actually a motel. It's called the Sangma Motel Sangma. All right, here we go. Is there a reception? Sometimes there's no reception. Hello. 안녕하세요.
네.
Reservation?
야야. 뭐? 얘야. 네네네.
Passport? Passport?
passport.
Okay. Such a tiny little window to check in. There you
네.
go.
감사합니다.
감사합니다.
네. 두 사람? 아니에요. 따로.
Alright, I'm gonna check in. 402. Here we are. No key card. Just got a classic old school key, you know? Alright. Card in. And bam! Here we are. Oh, it's actually pretty big. I was expecting it to be smaller. Just so you guys know, I paid about $35 a night for this place, which is actually really reasonable for Korea. I was expecting it to be more expensive, but look at this. You got a nice big bathroom. Everything looks pretty clean. Nice stand-up shower. They give you the shampoos, the conditioners. You got I don't know what they gave me. They gave me this bag downstairs. What does this have? Oh, I guess this is like some toothpaste, toothbrush, some toiletries. They also give you a nice big box of towels, 4 of them. These look like hand towels. I guess they give you 4 hand towels. I guess I'll have to use all of them to dry my body. What else do we have here? Some hair gel, interesting. Some, I don't even know what this is. Coffee, they give you some coffee. But most importantly, we have an air conditioner because it's hot. And let's test the bed. Oh, okay. Not the worst, not the best, but not the worst bed, you know? I've slept in some really, really terrible places, so this is actually luxury compared to some of the places I've slept in this world. But yeah, guys, it's been a long day traveling, man. And the sun is about to go down here, and it doesn't seem like there's too much going on today because, I don't know, maybe Sunday nights things are just closed. So what we're gonna do is we're going to wait till tomorrow, and then we're gonna go explore Busan for real. So I'm going to chill out, relax, take a shower, clean up, and then I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Top of the morning from the beautiful city of Busan, guys. I slept wonderfully in my hotel last night, and this morning I have come to a place here in Busan by the coast, actually. Right here by the water, by the port, actually. As I mentioned earlier in this video, Busan is the maritime city of Korea. The most important port city. Ooh, look at that beautiful view. Wow. It is a beautiful city, guys. It's been such a pleasure just walking around this city and seeing all the beautiful views. But here we are, right on the coast. Now this city is actually right in between the East China Sea and the Japanese Sea. Sorry, I forgot how to speak. So I think it's kind of like right in between. I don't know which one exactly is it on, but I feel like it's closer to the East China Sea, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. But anywho, guys, I'm hungry this morning. I want to get some breakfast. That's why I've come to this place, because there is a very famous fish market here. So we're gonna go to the fish market, but I wanted to show you this beautiful view of the city. Look at that. You can feel the salt in the air from the water, you know? As we have arrived to the Jagalchi market, which is basically a live fish market. Obviously we're right here on the water. One of the main trades of this city has always been seafood, and you can see we have arrived to the Jagalchi market. There's literally just live fish all over. And you can basically pick what you want to eat, and they'll cook it up for you. and you can go and eat it. Hello. I checked. So apparently there's one fish here that is very famous. It's a hagfish in English. It looks like an eel. I think it's this one. This one, I looked it up online. It looks something like that one. Oh wow, the smell here is very, very intense, guys. But this is Jagalchi market. Hello. Hello. 안녕하세요. Cute dogs. Wow. So apparently these are the ones to eat. Hello. 이거
이거 잠깐만요.
꺼져게요.
요거.
Oh, oyster.
요거.
I want to ask her. 곰장게요. 곰장게요.
아, 꼼장어?
Ah,
꼼장어?
yeah. Is
꼼장어 있어요.
this one?
꼼장어는 저거. 꼼장어.
곰장어. Ah.
찬찬아, 꼼장어 찾는다.
Hello. Hello. 곰장어. Because I want to try. Apparently, oh yeah, here we go. They have spicy grilled salted. Oh, I think the spicy grilled is good. How much for a small plate? Small, yeah. Huh? 3,000. Okay. Do you take card? Payment card? Card, okay? Yeah. Okay, can I have one? This spicy. Yeah. Fine. Can we eat here? Is possible? Yeah. Upstairs? Ah, okay. So I guess they have a place to eat in This your shop? Busan? Ah. What's your name?
What's your name?
Yeah, what's your name?
Sang
Sangchangwi.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, so this is the hagfish, huh? So this is the famous fish of Busan.
Yeah, Busan local food.
Busan local, yeah.
Here only
Only in Busan.
only year 3.
Yeah, me. Only one.
Shellfish no.
Huh?
Shellfish abalone kello.
No, just want to try this one, yeah. So literally he's gonna skin it alive over here. I don't know if I should show this on YouTube. And the good thing for me, obviously in Korea, it's tough to eat food here because a lot of times it's pork. You can't find halal. But the good thing about this market is it's just seafood. So you don't have to worry about like, maybe you're eating something that you shouldn't as a Muslim. But you know, that's just for me. But for anybody else, I don't know. I'm having this for breakfast. This is gonna be my breakfast. A very interesting breakfast. But it's costing me 30,000 won, which is like $20. I don't know if that's a tourist price, but hey, listen, you know, you take what you get. So back in the day, this market didn't look like this. This is the modern market. And a lot of these women were known as Jagalchi Ajime, basically the women of Jagalchi market, because this market actually started during the war, during the Korean War, when the men went out to fight. A lot of the people that moved to Busan from Seoul were refugees of the war. So during the war, because it was the Korean War, so they were fighting North Korea, South Korea. A lot of the people actually who live in Busan now were refugees at the time. Hello. So they moved because of the war. And so when the men went out to fight the war, the women actually learned to catch the seafood, and they sold the seafood as a means of making a living. At the time, it was a struggle for the people. And this fish that I'm actually trying is kind of like a struggle meal at the time. Now it's become a specialty, like a lot of things do. But hagfish at the time was a cheap way to get protein for people. And but over time, like everything else, it became a specialty meal. But it's very interesting, the story of this market. So this market's been around since the early 19th century. It didn't look like this at the time though. And a lot of these women have probably been selling for a long time. He's just handing me raw fish, but I want the salad. But apparently I have to take it upstairs. I take this fish and then they cook it upstairs.
Upstairs, so you must pay upstairs or the cooking price.
How much is the cooking price?
That should be say you.
Okay. So I pay for the fish and then I have to pay for the cooking as well. Very interesting. Hello. 안녕하세요. Ah, okay. So upstairs they have like a little place to eat. So up here is where they cook it. Okay. Very interesting. 안녕하세요. So she's gonna cook it up. I guess it costs like 7 to 10,000 won to cook it. Spicy?
Spicy?
Yeah, spicy.
Spicy.
All right. So I guess yeah. So you pay for the fish downstairs, and then you pay for them to cook it. So total, it's around like 30,000, which is about $28 to $30, something like that. A bit more than I expected, but it is what it is. The fish is still moving, so she puts it on here. Me? Hi? Oh, you? Ah, okay. I guess she's gonna do it. I'm so confused. I guess she cooks it in front of me. Just have to wait. I guess it's gonna heat up. When in Busan, huh? Very interesting. They just cook it right in front of you. Literally, you can see the fish still moving. Now it's starting to heat up.
아니, 아직 안 왔다.
This is probably one of the most unique cooking experiences I've ever had. I'm gonna be honest, this does not look very appetizing. Not the most appetizing fish that I've seen. But, you know, I believe in trying new things. Okay. Ah, so you're supposed to wrap it in the leaf and then dip it in this sauce, apparently. But yeah, I believe in trying new things. And especially when there's a specialty item from a certain city, why not? Like, this is the specialty item, so let's try it out. So apparently you take this hagfish, it's very hot though, still on the grill, and then you wrap it in this leaf, and then they give you this sauce which you dip the leaf in. This one. It's actually not bad at all. Very nice. Thank you. It's actually really good. It didn't look so appetizing, but I'm pleasantly surprised. Some onions as well. I don't know what kind of leaf this is, but it has a flavor. Because the hagfish itself doesn't have too much flavor, but this gives it that flavor. But yeah, everything here cost me around 30,000 won. Not bad. Here you go, guys. Look, you know, I almost finished it. But it's a lot of fish. I think it's for like 2 people. But you know, some foods look better than they taste, and some foods taste better than they look. This is definitely the latter. This definitely tastes better than it looks. So far, I really like Busan. It has like that sleepy fishing town vibe, but at the same time, it is a very big city. Like, you know, like big buildings everywhere. I mean, if you just look around, you'll see. There's a big latte center. It's like the city landscape is similar to Seoul. If you go to like where I'm staying, the area that I'm staying in, it's like big buildings everywhere, big roads, but at the same time it has that sleepy fishing vibe feel. All right guys, so the next place we have come to is known as the Gamcheon Cultural Village, and it is very tough to get here. There's no metro that comes here. You have to take a bus and you cannot walk. And look at how beautiful this is, man. This is known as the colorful village on the hill. And this is the beautiful views you get. A lot of people come here, a lot of tourists come here to get this view, and it is absolutely stunning, man. So the story behind this amazing colorful village is actually, at one time it was it wasn't like a tourist destination. It was actually a kind of impoverished village, because at one time it was dead. Nobody would come here. A few people lived here. What happened was, during the Korean War in the 50s, Busan became the capital of Korea for over 3 years almost. And a lot of people were getting away from the north, from Seoul, because that's where the war was taking place between North Korea and South Korea. And so what they did was they moved down to this place. And there wasn't any place for people to live, and people didn't have a lot of money. So what they did was they just started building themselves houses literally on top of the mountain. So this village, this Gamcheon cultural village, is literally built on top of a mountain. Like a lot of Korea is actually built on top of a mountain. And you can see, you can even walk through the little streets and alleyways here. And a lot of the refugees that came from the north, they started building homes here. And one came, two came, thousands came, and eventually ended up being this really, really big village on top of a mountain. Now, the colors that you see is more recent, because they decided that they were gonna paint it, make it look really beautiful, and that's how it ended up becoming this like really famous tourist destination, where a lot of people come and take pictures. But the story behind it is not so colorful. It wasn't such a pretty story, because really it was a way for displaced families to find housing and to be able to get away from, you know, violence and war. Now, as you're walking through here, you do have to be mindful that people still live here. Like, this is not just some tourist destination. Like, you can see, like, these are people's homes. So just be mindful of that if you do come here. Don't, you know, disturb the peace. But honestly, this feels like a favela in Brazil. This feels like the hills of Madagascar. When I went to Tananarivo, the capital city, it has a very, very different vibe from, feels like a neighborhood in South America rather than in Korea, you know? Very different vibe. Over there you can see the mountains and the port of Busan, one of the ports. There's a few ports actually in this city, and that's why this city is so important. I found a coffee place where they have a view, so you can drink a coffee, get a nice view, which is what I'm going to do. It's called Coffee It House, I think. Coffee IT House. That's what it looks like. Hello. This is what the place looks like. Coffee It House. So I'll get myself a little coffee. Hello. Can I just have a latte? Iced latte? Yeah. Iced latte. Yes, that's all. Are you from this village? Yeah. Huh? You were born here?
Sorry?
You were born here?
No, I'm not born here. My mom born here.
Your mom born here. Very nice. Thank you. Alright. Samida. Just oh, there you go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a nice day.
Okay.
Alright guys, so got my coffee. And what's really cool about this place is you can have a coffee and sit down and look at this beautiful view, man. Let's try out this coffee from Coffee IT House. Very pink, but it was the only coffee I could find here. I don't think I've tried a bad coffee in Korea, to be honest with you. Every coffee I've been having has been good. And there's so many cafes in Korea, like all over. And I paid 5,500 won for this, which is basically like $3, something like that. Alright guys, after a really long bus ride from where I was, I have arrived to this area known as Haeundae. Not like the car, spelled differently. But I think this is kind of like the wealthy area, because ever since I've gotten here, I've seen some really, really expensive cars and these beautiful luxury apartments in the background. As you can see, there's a Rolls Royce, you know. I've just been seeing like Rolls Royce, Bentleys, Ferraris, all of those things. So I'm guessing that this is kind of the wealthy area. But more importantly, the very special thing here in this Haeundae area is that there is a beautiful beach here. And that's why I've come. I want to see the beach. I've never been to a beach so far in Korea, so this should be interesting. The entrance of the beach is right over here, and right across you can see they have all of these beautiful hotels and buildings. But man, Busan has so many sides to it. And honestly, I think this city land-wise is bigger than Seoul. Obviously Seoul is the biggest city as far as population is concerned, but I think land-wise Busan is bigger because I mean it just feels big, you know? You can just feel it when you're going through the city. But man, just big buildings everywhere. So these are the only refreshments I could find here. An unmanned vending machine corner, which also takes cards. Interesting. I just need a water, man. Let's try to get some water on our feet here and see how it is. Okay, this part I can walk on. Ooh, the water is very cold. The water feels very nice on my feet, I'm not gonna lie. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I think I like Busan better than Seoul. I said it. I know Seoul is the capital. I know most people come to Korea to visit Seoul, but I'm in love with this city, man. I mean, there's so much. Think about it. Today, what you saw in this video, we went from a fish market to cultural village that literally looked like favela in Brazil or somewhere out of South America. I mean, and then an hour later we're here on this beautiful beach, which could be a beach in any beautiful beach in the world. It matches up with it. And then you have all of this luxury behind us, and also on top of that, this is a big booming city with over 4 to 5 million people. I don't think I've ever seen a city, like a real metropolis city with big buildings everywhere, have such a nice beach before. Normally beach cities are, you know, not that impressive, but this is like a real operating city where people go about their days, but at the same time there's an amazing beach. Yeah guys, honestly, if you come to Korea, do not miss out on Busan. But I'm going to wrap this video up. I've had a long day exploring, long 2 days exploring. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and go back and watch my other Korea videos if you haven't yet. This is gonna be my last video here, but I had a great time. Definitely will be back to Korea. But with that being said, guys, remember, continue to learn, continue to grow, and there is no growth until you leave your comfort zone. I'll see you guys on the next one. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.